Yo, what's going on? Just gonna make another video today. I thought we would go over the top most metal moments in Severance. I just did a video on Severance, the TV show, kind of going over my thoughts on it, what I liked, what I didn't like. Overall, this show has really motivated me to actually create content, just because I am so thrilled with it. I'm just gonna go over what I thought were the most metal moments in Severance. These are going to be in no particular order. We're going to start off with some honorable mentions and then kind of go into the actual, probably top 5 actual metal moments, where I thought that they just absolutely, it was brutal, face melting, shock value, something that, just really makes me proud as metalhead. A good metal moment is when you can hear heavy metal in the background, even though it's not actually playing, but you could see heavy metal going in over the scene as the background music, and it just makes that scene that much better. That's what I'm going to call a metal moment, and I'm going to try to do a little bit of it, but as far as like copyright, I don't want to get copyright strike. So anything that you hear music wise, I've written, and the clips are going to be coming from the TV show, but it's not going to be a whole lot. It's just, to kind of illustrate just like a couple seconds of what it would, of that. So honorable mentions. First one being Helly R waking up and just chucking that speaker at Mark right at the beginning, just boom, straight to the dome. That was pretty awesome and pretty metal, I thought. Another honorable mention, when Irving was painting the Audi Irving, and he was painting and he was listening to Motorhead. I thought that was pretty metal. Doing all black canvas, kind of the door that led to kind of that secret area. So another honorable mention is when anytime the board was on the phone and they would just hang up, or disconnect the call halfway through. They hardly ever spoke. I thought every time there was a conversation with the board, I just thought that was so funny. Like classic corporate, and it's brutal. Those conversations are brutal. The next one, break room. Pretty much anytime you get a scene in the break room, that was metal as fuck. Where you just had to sit there and repeat lines over and over and over again. Ooh, rough. All right, well, let's get into it. Starting off with number 1, the dance music experience. So this starts off when Helly R hits her 75% on whatever it is the fuck that they're doing. I mean, we kind of know what they're doing, but so she hits her 75% completed. So Milchek wheels in the cart, and it has the record player on it, and he has, select what you want to play, that we're going to dance. They flick the lights, and I love that Helly R picks Defiant Jazz, and they all kind of start dancing, and Dylan G just had his moment, remembering basically being woken up in the middle of the night because he stole that card. And so Milchek is kind of like dancing around him, and Dylan G just turns and just bites him on the neck, or maybe the shoulder. I think he bites him on the shoulder, not the neck. He's like screaming like, get him off me, get him off me. That part was so metal, as they like pull him off. Amazing scene. I think most people can agree that, the music dance experience overall 100% metal. All right, the number 2 I have on this list is when Irving kind of has his dream sequence in season 2 and discovers that Helly R is actually Helena Egan. And they're on their outdoor retreat and team building occurrence. After his dream sequence, he kind of has that realization and then just goes ballistic and starts like dunking her head in the water, like drowning her, basically to get her to confess that she was Helena Egan the whole time and not Heliar. And that scene, again, so powerful, so epic, and again, very, very metal. I just love that scene, that whole build up, that kind of that twist, that reveal that it was Heliar, and it kind of reveals a lot about, you know, Heliar and how she's, or not Heliar, but Helena Egan, and how she's probably pretty lonely, and she kind of uses that as an excuse to actually like probably feel some humanity and connection with anybody. But yeah, overall, drowning of Helena Egan, brutal, epic, and just a great ending to the outdoor retreat and team building occurrence. Number 3 on this list, I think I said that right. Hopefully I'm saying the right order. Number 3 that we've got, when Dylan G is holding the overtime contingency switches. Basically, the finale of season 1 is Milchek is like cutting the rope, and he's just holding it down. Milchek is, you know, trying to bust in a brutal moment because he ties the door down. He cuts it open, and Milchek's like, "Open the door," and Dylan is like, "Fuck you, Milchek." And I just, again, thought that was so awesome. One of the best moments, and a great season finale or climax. I thought that was awesome. And I love that whole basically sequence up to that. I mean, it was, the whole thing was just riveting. I felt like I was on the edge of my seat the whole. I mean, I've been on the edge of my seat the whole every season and every episode, but that in particular, you know, it's just a nail biter as Milchek's trying to break open the door, and so I give that a metal moment. Going on to number 4 on the list. I've got Ragabi when she kills Grainer with the baseball bat in their, like, the school. I can't remember if the school is abandoned or if, like, part of the school is abandoned. I think it's, like, just part of the school that's abandoned where Mark Scout used to teach at, or was a professor. Basically having their conversation about PD and, you know, the whole Severance thing, and Grainer had basically been following them, or following Mark Scout. He just comes up to him, and then Ragabi ambushes him from the back and just starts beating the shit out of him with that baseball bat. And I'm like, damn, that is a metal scene right there. Brilliant scene. Again, super shocking. Like, I mean, we just saw it coming, and you know, as an audience, we were like, how is this going to resolve? And it resolves with her just beating the shit out of him and fucking killing him. Just out of this world. Next on the list, let's go 5th and final metal moment. It's gotta be when Gwendolyn Christie, or when Gwendolyn Christie goes Brianna Tarth and starts to fight Mr. Drummond over the goats. Just a whole build-up with Mark fighting Mr. Drummond, and then Gwendolyn Christie. I honestly can't even remember her character's name. I just know her as the goat lady, and that's what I call her, or just Brianna Tarth. Anyway, they start fighting, and it becomes this brawl, and they end up getting the gun I don't know what's this got the CO2 cartridges, like the cattle gun or the bolt gun, whatever that's used to kill those lambs, or I guess cattle in general, and basically are using, and Marquez uses the bolt gun to kind of take Mr. Drummond as hostage, and they're like descending down the elevator, and as Mark transitions from Mark S to Mark Scout, the gun goes off. I'm like, oh, boom, shock moment, brutal. You're just on the edge of your seat the whole time, waiting, to figure out what happens. And when the gun goes off, shooting him in the neck, you're just like, oh, it's so brutal. And then they, he just kind of leaves him there in the elevator, and the doors are like closing on his legs. And damn, that part again, that was so metal. Awesome. Yeah, awesome. Thanks, guys, for watching another video. This has been the top metal moments in Severance. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe. And don't forget, guys, to stay metal.